Yo, so the internet really hated on us just now. That's crazy, right? Like they literally shut us down. And I feel like every time I talk trash about IG, so I'm gonna let IG just be chill. I'm gonna let y'all be chill because I realize that every time we talk trash about IG and literally the biased algorithms of IG and Facebook, we always get shut down. So I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause on the internet hating on everything we got going on because I really feel like that's what's happening. It's a lot of hate. And so I'm going to chill on IG. I'm going to let y'all make it, man. Well, look, we're going to bring my man Dorien back on because I don't want to get shut down again. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and try this again. Let's try this again. All right, y'all. Look, Dorien should be 5, 4, 3, 2, kind of. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what happened, brother, to be honest with you. Like,
For me, I don't
look,
know.
no, because I feel like, so I just want you to know background that a lot of black creatives and black platforms are pushing back on IG. And so I was just more so talking a little trash before we came on. So I feel like it was IG's way of saying, you know what? We about to shut all your shit down. And so I'm not gonna talk. I ain't gonna talk no more. I ain't gonna really do my whole thing because we won't get shut down again, yo. I feel like, but one, let me just say this on behalf of the entire Black with No Chaser family, the Black Lunch Break, man. Thank you so much for joining us today, brother. And real
Absolutely.
quick background story. If as fate would have it, I was talking to Bentley about 2 weeks ago now, about In the Cut and the 7th season coming on here, and we was talking about the fact that I used to be at LA Fitness, right? Me and you used to be the same LA Fitness out in LA. It's crazy.
Right,
And I used to be like, I'd be like, should I run up on a brother while he on a treadmill? What should I do? And I was like, nah, I'm gonna let him do his thing, man. And cause it's funny because I was telling a bit. What you
You
say?
should have said what's up.
I should have, man, but I feel like sometime in due time, man. My mom always told me in due time, man, if things meant for you, you're supposed to circle back to people's lives, and that's what will happen. So here we are, man, full circle, bro. When I say years later, I mean almost 10 years later. 10 years later, bro. We are finally coming back, man. And here we are on Black with No Chaser. And it's good to have you on, brother. So we gonna get into you and everything you got going on and what to look for in Cut Season 7. And let's get into that though. So we had Bentley Evans on recently and talking about all the work that y'all been doing. So how does it feel, man? The 7th season in the cut. How's it feel?
It's amazing, man. I feel like first of all, it's a wonderful cast. We're family. We have such a great time. It's like playing with your friends all day, and you get a paycheck. You know, you can't beat that. So it's a wonderful environment. Bentley set that up for us. Such a good dude. It's rare in this business that you meet people like Bentley Evans. He surrounds himself with good people. And so it makes it for a wonderful environment, work environment. And we just have a really good time. And I can't believe season 7 is here already.
Yeah. So one of my, this is, the first season, one of my favorite seasons, right? And I'm in the cut, right?
Okay.
And so one of my favorite moments is the episode when everybody thought you were about to die. Everybody thought you were about to die, and they gave you this trip to Africa because you always wanted to go to Africa. And, and so I think about that moment, man, because it's like I feel like there's always that moment where we got our friends, and our friends think something they heard something through the
Right.
grapevine. It ain't really what it
Right.
was, right? And I just want to share with you one of my favorite moments because I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Because everybody was like, "Yo, everybody's creeping around, thinking you about to die and treating you all good." And he's like, "Yo, man, like, is everything gonna be fine?" Yo, that's when you just yeah, you just realize you got your son back into your life, and
Right.
really what prompted me to go back and watch it because when me and Bentley was talking, he was like, "Yo, man, you need to go back and check out the really origins of In the Cut because I feel like we be missing some of the good pieces of it." I said, "Okay, I'm gonna go back and check it out." And now that I did, I actually caught the first. So I was watching In the Cut really the latter part of it, but really missed the first few seasons. So when I watched the first
Okay.
one, so now I'm like thinking back on the first seasons, man, and that was one of my favorite episodes though. That shit was hilarious to me, man. So but nah, man, so
Yeah, man.
I really want to get really in the past 7 seasons some of your favorite moments in the cut and why you think In the Cut has been such a really vital asset to black culture though.
Well, for one, it's so relatable. I mean, all of our characters are very well defined. And in your family, you can find a Jay Weaver who's outspoken, who's out there, who's an entrepreneur, who's a father that didn't know he had a child out there, and that's real stuff right there, I had ex-wife played by Jack A. Harry. This is the first season, and that was crazy in itself, man. Jack A. and I were lovers 25 years ago, 30 years ago on Sister Sister. And I play her ex-husband, so that was wild to being reunited with her. And just our storyline, because we hated each other, but we loved each other, and then there's John Marshall Jones, who plays my sidekick in the barbershop, and he's my best friend, and who is way out there left field. But you got to love him because he's just that crazy friend that you have that you just to love. You grew up with them, So I think that's part of the reason why the show is so successful, is because everybody can relate to something. The other thing that we don't try to hit you over the head with a full message. There's stuff in there that you go, oh, you know what? That happened to me, blah, blah, blah. But the outcome at the end, everybody's going to take away something different, I think. And you can, we're not trying to hone you into one thing. So if we can tickle your funny bone for 22 minutes and make you forget about your troubles out there, then we're doing our job. But I'm having a great show.
I gotta ask you though, right? So people don't know this, but in the cut, man, you are, and for those who do know, cool. For those who don't know, you are an entrepreneur in there. You are a barber, right? And but I really want to get one of your favorite barber moments, like in the barber shop as a young boy, even now though, right? Because we all go to the barber shop. That's really one of our really most nostalgic places we can go, especially with Black men, going in there, getting our haircut, getting groomed up. And so for you, over the years, man, what has been some of your favorite moments, or the favorite moment you could think back that you can share with us?
Now, are you talking about on the show or off the show?
No, we're talking about off the show now. We're talking about real life you, right? Dorien Wilson in the barbershop, man, just having a good time.
On time for me to get to a barbershop because my dad was in the Air Force. He's military. And so he gave me that bowl haircut that was like,
yeah.
You're like, oh man, really? Again? And then I got to Hollywood and, that's all I knew. So I had my clippers and whatnot. After so many nicks and whatnot, I'm like, okay, I got to finally make it there. But it's a whole nother world out there for African-American dudes, especially because you go in there, you forget about your troubles, you talk about your troubles, you talk about females, you talk about sports, and you play dominoes and talk shit, So, that's life in the barbershop. I've had the same barber for many, many years. I don't trust nobody else.
Yeah, you already know. Once you got your barber, you ain't switching no barbers. If you don't have to, you ain't switching no barbers. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
And you travel to them. When I know I'm going out of town, it doesn't matter where I am. I'm like, let me get this cut first, before I get out of town. I've had too many mishaps after I've been out of town, and people were like, oh, let me cut your hair. I got you, man. I got you.
Oh, nah, look, let me say something right now. I just had told this story, right? I was in Atlanta, and no shade to really all Atlanta barbers. Yeah. But I was there recently, and not the most recent time in Atlanta, but some while ago. Yeah. I remember this story, and this brother was telling me, I went to the barbershop, and it was late at night, and he was like, yo, bro, I'm legit. I'm this, that, and the third. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, you legit, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. So I said, look, I told my boy, I said, you go first. I said, you go first because if anything, if you get messed up, then I'm out of here. I don't need no haircut like that. I just want my shit to be razor sharp. I want to be together, right? So so he finished him, and I'm like, okay, cool, like decent, decent. Man, after my haircut, when I tell you, and I'm not even gonna say the brother's name because I actually remember to the day though, because I said I won't forget. I won't forget this experience I had in Atlanta because it really had threw me for a loop. Buddy had my line all the way up here. I
Yes.
said, okay, man.
Once
I
you
said, all right.
back, man, it's weeks. And it's
It like
say this because the barber talking about that jacked me up is from Atlanta. And when
so no, we can't. Yo, it might be the same cat. No, it might be the same cat, man. It might be the same cat. Did he raise his fist in the air? Did he raise his fist in the air and was like, yo, bro, come to me? Because I low-key was like, yo, bro, all right. I said, I'm going to help the brother out. He just threw up the fist. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to come check you out. And it was bad, bro. It was bad, man. It was bad.
It was 2 months before my shit grew back. My back like this, and it was like a crooked. And I knew right away because he was all geeked. Oh, professor, I'm cutting the professor's hair, and I'm like, just cut my hair.
Just cut my hair. I don't give a damn who I am right now. I just need my hair to be here. Boom, that's it.
Get this right. It was 2 months, man. 2 months later. But anyway.
Damn, man. Damn. So look, man, you got some veterans join you on this upcoming show, man. So we got Kim Coles and we got Mark Curry on the upcoming cast, man. So talk about their roles and what do folks have to look forward to in season 7 in the cut.
You know, it's crazy, man. We have an amazing cast, and all of us have been together for many, many years. Over the years, we've worked together and whatnot. Ken L., who was on the Parkers with me, I didn't even know that he was awarded the role of playing my son. So that was like a surprise in itself. Like I said, I worked on Sister. John Marshall Jones, I've known for years because we auditioned always together. But adding Kim Coles to the show was such a blessing. We worked together on Living Single many, many years ago. I had a recurring role as a pastor, and I actually married her in Overton on the show. And so being reunited with her was great. Her timing is impeccable. And Mark Curry, that's a funny brother, you know. Half of the stuff
most definitely, yeah.
Stuff that you see on these new episodes is not in the script. And it's like, let me catch up with you. Let me follow where you're going, because I don't know what you're getting ready to do. But it's some really funny stuff. Some great guest stars coming on the show. Lunel is hilarious. We have Yo-Yo who will be on the show. Carl Payne from Martin, as we know, plays my brother. And that's ridiculous.
Is he gonna be in a barbershop too though? He gonna be in a barbershop cutting hair, or what is Carl gonna be doing in the show?
No, he doesn't get to come in the shop. No.
He banned for the shop. He banned for the shop. Damn, man.
Once again, we have a character who shows up out of nowhere. I didn't know I had another brother. You know, Papa was a Rolling Stone. And so all of a sudden he shows up talking about he's my brother. I'm like, no. So, but
now were you as inviting? So in season 1, right, when you finally got a son, you kind of almost took your son in, almost like really just didn't think twice about it. Like this made sense. Like when the story lined up, you was like, okay, cool. I remember that date and time. But when his long lost brother came in, was it some kind of like apprehensiveness a little bit more than your son when it came in, or was it more like a similar situation when you had when the son came in season 1?
It was similar. I just didn't know. You know, I didn't know. With my son, I had an idea that there's a possibility that I had a little something happening, you know, many, many years ago. So there was a possibility. Carl's character coming in, I had no idea. So, you know, there's that.
Yeah, so because like I feel like people understand the maturation of the characters in the cut. And again, if you haven't checked it out on Bounce TV, y'all, it's on Bounce TV. You can stream it. You ain't got to pay for it. I know folks be like, do I need another Netflix bill or Hulu bill or HBO Max, whatever the case, whatever you, at this point, I feel like most people have paid for a cable subscription at this point. We ducking and dodging all these cable subscriptions, but they done figured it out, right? At this point, Netflix charge you almost then $20 a month. We got HBO Max. But on Bounce TV, y'all can catch In the Cut right now, free of charge. All you gotta do is go on there and check out the amazing show. Look, I actually watched it. I'm telling you right now, somebody has watched the entire from really 1 through 6 now, and I made my lady check it out. Because one day she was like, "What you putting on?" And I said, "Hey, look, man, don't worry about that, man. I'm putting on In the Cut, so understand that we about to get into some culture shit." And she was like, "Oh, for real?" And she started watching. I was about to turn it off, right? I was about to turn it off. She said, "Hey." I said, "Don't turn it off." I said, "Oh, you like the show?"
Yeah.
I said, "Okay." So I say, "Look."
Wonder.
So what are your? Do you have a favorite season in the show? Is it a favorite season you got? Favorite show? Favorite moment that you could share with us? Because I feel like a lot of times, man, some people have those moments in the show.
I have so many favorites for various reasons. I love working with Kalita Smith. We worked together once again on Sister Sister way back in the day. But all of our stuff is effortless. Before I get ready to do something, she knows my comedy, and so she's right there to pick up the ball, or we're riffing off of each other, which makes it so easy and enjoyable. I've worked with other people before that, they're not so versed at improv and, kind of stick to the script or whatever. We're all over the place, So,
now look, do y'all?
A lot of fun. Go ahead, man.
I was gonna say though, so like, how much wiggle room do y'all have in the script? Do y'all like stick to the script? I know a lot of times, sometimes like some actors and cast, they're out of respect for the screenwriters and and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. We trust our writers so much. They are amazing. And the thing that I always say is that they write for the characters, but over the years, because they know us so well, they write for Dorien, the actor. So they know what my strengths are and what's going to be funny with me and Kalita together. So they'll build our actions around ourselves. So that's one thing. So we don't have to rely on anything. But here's what we do. We get it in the can, as it's called. So we do it the way it is written. And so they have that version of it. And then Bentley always gives us an opportunity to kind of riff, to do whatever we want, as long as it's not taken away from where the storyline is going, but we can embellish and do the things that we want. We make sure that we have it, but a lot of the times, the funny that we out of improv makes it as well.
That's real, because I feel like, man, you hear about these great actors and these great screenwriters, and sometimes though, man, like, you don't really know how much of the actor is in there. And it's funny because me with a policy background, bro, and being in college, like a lot of times, Congress, a lot of times, people are like, well, who writes these things? And sometimes you got to get into the mind and to understand the personality and persona of the person you're writing for. And the more you actually understand that person, it becomes easier to write the scripts that match the personalities that's on the show. And so it's really what you're talking about here is a chemistry aspect of what's happening between the writer himself and the cast themselves. And so it's really dope to hear you say that, like, that it's not just about just writing a script to write a script, but it's writing a script to fulfill the actual persona of the person that's going to be filling that role, which makes it even better, because then you really get to be yourself. Because I be watching everybody on I be watching folks on like on certain, like, you might see a cast is always together on certain movies, right? And you'd be like, are they truly themselves? Is this them in real life, or is it not? And so what I'm asking is, so if we see In the Cut, is this very similar to what you would see at Dorien in real life, or is it kind of similar, or what is it?
Well, I think with every character that I have to draw from myself somewhere or another. You see bits and pieces, what have you, like the professor on the Parkers. Even though that character is so crazy and out there, that was me, you know, and I was running from this woman who happens to be one of my, you know, but it was a lot of fun. Jay, he's more grounded. He has a wife, and you know now he has a kid. And so I'm a father of two, so you know that came easy. And my kids are well, they're not kids; they're adults. So I have that same type of relationship with my adults. So yeah, you draw from you know every little piece of a part of you. So.
Now your kids are they grown now? Are they like out the house? They grown?
Sure. Well, excuse me?
I said, are your kids grown now? Are they out the house? They done flew the coop?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm now
Oh,
look, so how old are they now? Are they like in they
how
huh?
old are you?
How old am I? I'm
Yeah.
34. I'm
Okay.
34.
My daughter's the same age.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is, man. Look,
And my
boom, look.
son's 26.
Okay, yeah. So we all in the same age bracket. Yeah. So it's almost like oh, that's what's up, man. Like, so how is it? Damn. So now I gotta ask you this question, right? So how is it raising or have raised a millennial, right? Like, you know, understanding like how you came through the game and how you raised them and type of advice you gave them. Like, what kind of advice would you give anybody coming through the game right now that you, knowing what you know now, is there anything kind of insights you can give them that's gonna help somebody along the way?
Hmm. I was so fortunate and blessed that I had two wonderful parents that I grew up with that stayed together for 56 years until my
That's
mom
amazing.
passed.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, it is, and it's like unheard of now. But so they always taught me with hard work and dedication and God's will, there's nothing that I couldn't achieve. And I try to pass that on to my kids that there's nothing that they can't do if they apply themselves. And so all I could do is give them the tools and tell them what's right and wrong. They're going to make the wrong decisions, you know, periodically or whatever, but they you have to learn that way, you know, but they have the foundation. So I'm proud of both my kids. And it's a different time now too, you know, growing up way back and now you guys we have all this media stuff that we didn't have back then, you know, cell phones. We didn't have cell phones back then, you know. So it's a different time, but they, you know, I used to teach acting, and one of the things that I would always say is to get your education. You know, everybody, the young people that come up to me, they want to be, I want to be an actor. I am so funny. People tell me, okay, where did you go to school? Well, I didn't go to school. Everybody tell me, funny. No, nigga, no. I mean, no. No,
No, get your ass education.
getting in front of that camera and knowing where your marks are, what camera you have to look at, you know, all of that stuff comes as, you know, you learning your craft. And so, you know, you got to get your education and learn the foundation and the fundamentals of what it is that you're trying to do. There's a great percentage of being lucky in Hollywood, being in the right place in the right time. But if you don't have anything to sustain it, you know, you don't have your education, you could be a flash in the pan and people be like, oh, whatever happened to, you know, because you suck, you know?
Hey, look, look, and everybody watching this right now, y'all, like getting education is huge. I mean, literally, like my education, I can admit that it has literally gotten me in places that I never thought I would be there. And I'm not saying that I couldn't have gotten there without education, but something
Right.
about having education and having a foundation you can fall back on. There's nothing wrong
Absolutely.
with that. Ain't nobody saying you got to do what you went to school for, but at least you know that if if your dream, your ultimate dream don't pan out, at least you can have a secondary dream you can fall back on and roll with. And that's really what the professor is saying right here, right now is look, don't be stupid. Don't go out there chasing pipe dreams and you don't have nothing really to fall back on. It's like basically playing the stock market and all the risky stocks, right? And you ain't got no S&P 500, you got no index, nothing you can roll with, no mutual funds. He basically saying, like, have you a mutual fund in your pocket? Have you something you can fall back on, you know what I'm saying? You could actually hold on to in a real way. And I feel like that's what's being expressed. Look, we got 4 minutes left with the professor right now. So if y'all got any questions for him, we're going to hold off on it. So, look, because I really want to get at least 1 or 2 questions in with you. But I guess, too, though, man, look, as somebody, look, I want to get back to this barber thing, right? Was there any type of training when y'all on the set, right? Was it? Because look, I was a barber all throughout college. I was a barber through college. After I got out of college, when I moved to LA, I was a barber through law school, right? And I just quit recently about 5 years ago, to be honest. Maybe about 6 years ago now. And was there any kind of on the set training y'all got from a barber on how to move and how the hand should be and so on and so like that? Or was it more like, hey, y'all, just don't touch nobody's head while you're here, man, because it may get ugly?
No, I think all of them work, you know, as actors, we do background and try to look as professional as we can. So yeah, of course I went to my barber and there had been several people. But I'm just telling you, those clippers were not on because some people would be fucking for real. But if you notice and check it out, most of the shots of us cutting hair, for the most part, we're talking in there. But most shots of us cutting hair, I'm cutting from the back of your head, so you can't see anything. So,
man, thank God. Because I seen one brother on there. I said, man, like, I hope to God ain't nobody really lining this bro up. Because, like, I guess when they was casting folk, they were like, bro, come in here when you had like a month worth of not going to the barber so we could get an effect of how trash your line is, and we gonna act like you about to come and get your haircut. That's what I swear to God. I be like, bro, somebody cut their damn hair. I don't know they getting their haircut right now or later, but the brother need a damn lining. That's what I know for damn sure. But no, we had one question, and this is it. And right before you go, we got one minute with you, right? It says, what are you doing now, Professor? That's what they want to know.
Beautiful, perfect. I am writing, I'm producing, I'm still acting. I have a reoccurring role on Grey's Anatomy. I have several shows that are on Netflix and Amazon Prime. I have a movie that's called Love on a Two-Way Street, written and directed by Don Welch. And that's on Amazon Prime and Urban Flix. You got to check it out. I star opposite of Vanessa Williams and Tony Rock and Darius McCurry. Kelly Price is in it. But most of all, I am so proud, and I want everybody to tune in tomorrow night on BT Plus. It's a movie called Fruits of the Heart, and I'm one of the executive producers, and I'm also in it. It stars Wendy Raquel Robinson, Clifton Powell, my boy,
Cliff
down. Beautiful, very funny, very, very emotional, and you're gonna walk away going, "Wow, they did that." So tomorrow night, BT Plus, Fruits of the Heart.
Dope, man. So look, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, man, we got the prolific and very, very long time brother in the game, Dorien Wilson, online right here on Black with No Chaser, aka man, the Black Lunch Break. Look, we got 0 time left with you, brother. But really quickly though, man, just let folks know how they can get in touch with you out there on all across social media, whether it be websites, so on and so forth.
Okay, well, right here on IG is Dorien Wilson _ altogether lowercase. That's it.
That's it, y'all. Well, look, man, Dorien, it's a pleasure, brother. I feel like life truly has come full circle, man. You know, deep down, I wish I would have actually ran up on you the treadmill, but I feel like that would have been weird, man. When folks working out, they're working out. But it really is a pleasure because I feel like, you know, every time we do one of these shows, man, and to look back and see all of the Black excellence over the years, I grew up watching you, man. So to actually be here in person or virtually to be able to interview is really, truly, truly an honor. So thank you so much, brother, for sharing 30 minutes of your time right here on Black with No Chaser. All day, baby.
So I appreciate the support and all the love that all of you guys all the time for helping me with my career and being a positive influence for all those people out there. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
No problem, man. Till next time, man. Good luck. Season 7 on In the Cut, man. Y'all make sure to check it out on the Bounce TV. Later.